me!
He's Straw.
He's Parker!
And together we are...
Wankers!
Yes.
Oh, sorry. And together we are...
Yeti-pubed mushroom cocks. Haha, topical and
And together we are...
The Battle Hammer!
The Battle Hammer! Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
No. Because you're a cunt.
Right.
Right.
Because you are a massive cunt. It's the monthly mumble. Do
monthly mumble. Do monthly mumble. Do monthly mumble. Do. Is it?
Yes.
No, it's not. We've already filmed that.
But it was. You said it was flat.
It was
your words, not mine.
It was as flat as my pre-pubescent boobies.
And now
they were flat.
Positively bulbous.
Oh, look at me! Double D!
Got the moves
Great
like
big
Jabba.
destroyers. Yeah, it was just because we hadn't had a beer and we were both tired. It was just.
We're always tired. I live in a state of perpetual being tired. This is the problem I have with the world as we randomly tangentialise into other things. They always say, like, oh, you know what you should do if you feel tired? Do a bunch of exercise. That'll make you feel excited. You know what? I'm too fucking tired to do exercise! If I was not tired, I'd do all the exercise because I'd feel great, but I feel tired all the time.
Why would I want to
barely fucking get out of bed?
If I'm tired, why would I want to exercise? I want to sleep. I don't want to fucking... Oh, you fitness people make me fucking sick.
Ugh.
So anyway, it's monthly mumble time. Number...
16. 16.
10.
Plus 6 is...
That's 9.
Old enough for Drake to go out with.
Oh, topical.
Topical. See what I did there.
Oh, that's like having fucking yeti pubes and a mushroom cock.
I know, right? Ooh. Anyway,
you didn't get to say that about any other American president, did you?
Well, to be fair, we haven't. They didn't do a porn star having sex with George Washington and releasing a book. For all we know, he may have had a mushroom cock and yeti pubes. But, you know,
but he kept it quiet, and they all, because they were all respectful, they all kept it amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Unlike Trump, who hasn't got a clue. So I'm sorry for any of our American friends. You lot voted for him. Because let's face it.
Most of them didn't.
Shut up!
Interesting, I did see a.
Hillary's got a whole yeti pube thing and a mushroom cock. Hillary.
I don't know. She could. But I don't.
It would have probably been bigger than Trump's anyway.
Like a big guard.
Bosh! Anywho.
No, I was gonna. Yeah. No, I saw the recent speech from Barack Obama talking about like, well, you should vote, and this is how you kind of make change, and all this other stuff. And I was like, yeah, the problem is people did vote, and they voted for Brexit, and they voted for Trump, and now we're all fucked.
The world is going to hell in a handbag.
And we're talking about toy soldiers. Yeah, Roy!
This is our life! This is our world! This is our balls!
Ow. So I'm going to sign into my phone and find out what the questions...
Well, aren't we going to have a mumble about mumbling stuff before the questions?
I suppose we could do that.
Because we tried that yesterday and we just sat there and went...
Excuse me.
Sex. Let's talk about...
Sex, baby.
Our favourite games at the moment. Let's talk about Dystopia Wars.
Oh, boats.
Boats. No, you don't. Ready? Boats.
Or ships. As it should be.
That could be. That could come out very, very wrong.
We have only played it once, but apparently if you follow a lot of YouTube content creators, once is enough to know and love a game.
Why? Okay. Before we get into the ins and outs of stuff, why do we like... Why is it that certain games appeal to us more than other games, Parky?
So, for me, and I hope I'm not overstepping your boundaries by talking for you, the feel of a game is more important, or at least as important as anything else.
Yes.
I think if you have a perception of a game, whatever the game is, and you go, I want it to feel in a certain way. I want it to, and that's hard to quantify. That's hard to kind of put a number on. You can't like hook a little thing. Go, this means that. It's like, you know, we were playing Dystopian Wars, and the battleships felt like big, and they sailed around and broadside, boom, and that felt right. And I think I don't know if it's the most mathematically accurate simulation
Who
of
cares?
a battle game.
Fuck
I
that!
thought
We
it
don't
felt
care.
right.
It felt good.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't do historical war games.
No.
2 reasons. One, it's too horribly real.
Yeah.
You know, you are
People
fighting.
murdering each other.
Yeah, you are
for the sake of
reenacting
war.
a battle that people have actually lived and died in.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I find that a bit horrific.
Which is why we haven't played Bolt Action, but we do want to play Conflict 47, because Conflict 47 is a...
It's got werewolves and zombies in!
werewolves, and you can think of like films and blah 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 blah, blah stupid nashies, like Indiana Jones almost, you know?
Bam, bam, bam,
That's what I
bam,
want.
bam.
I don't want to be like, oh god, this is Tilly and Timmy.
Let's do this reenactment of the thing in the Civil War when these men attacked. Let's not, because
Murdered each
that
other.
actually happened.
Yeah.
You know, that does not appeal to me. And the other fact is if I can't tell a story, I don't want to know.
Hmm.
Purely, it's purely. You can have the best rule set in the entire world. You can have the best miniatures in the entire world. But if I can't tell a story, or we can't tell a story, or envisage a really climactic visual experience or a really cinematic moment, don't care. I won't play your game.
And yet we both got heavily into
Herpes.
Guild Ball.
Oh.
Which is not in a... I think it... But it
That
has
was
the
weird,
feel
wasn't
of a
it?
sports game. And it feels sports. It feels competitive. It
But-
feels like you're in there.
Which is that. See, there you go. That's the
Because
weird
the
thing.
feel is right.
We're not sportsmen.
No.
We are not competitive. Ooh. And we don't like balls. I don't like balls.
I like mine, as long as someone else is tickling them. Hi,
But
Jane.
don't.
Oh, lol.
That's
See,
my
Jane Luck.
wife.
Jane Luck. Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
But you know,
Your
it's,
flipper really hurt. Ow.
but that's exactly but that was the case of a really good rule set, a really great background. So well done, Sherwin, and all you guys involved in the rules and everything. But yeah, I mean, there's no story to tell in that game, but it's a quick, brutal, really good game.
Yeah.
Is that our one game that's different to what we normally?
Well, I think importantly, you know, talking about feel, it did feel right. It felt like it should.
Yeah. Well, for a couple of seasons anyway.
Well, season 4 apparently, loving it like that. Yeah, I suppose because stories are important, and it is important to tell a story.
I'm, you know, when I'm sitting there making up a posse list or something for Wexodus or anything like that, or an Army 4K, the minute I'm starting to work out numbers, I'm looking at a story in that faction.
Which I totally agree with, and I think if I was going to write a list for any army, you know, you think, oh, I want this guy to be my leader, and this is like I've got an idea for a Land Raider in 40k for my Death Guard, even though I'm probably never going to play it. But my Land Raider is already going to be called Sanctuary's End. It's going to be the one that is like, right, there's where you think you're safe, as it bursts through and like all of the Plague Marines come out and they've all got those flails, bleh, and it's Sanctuary's End, right? But you can use. I'm going to use that in every. You know, if I buy that 1500 point army and I play it, or 1600, 2000, whatever it is, I think it's easy for me anyway. I think it's easy to get almost too caught up in a story, and then you can't play anything else because that guy died, and now I can't play with that guy. Like you need to have a certain amount of flexibility and be able to say, oh, I am at a tournament, or I am playing that pickup game where I just want to play against these guys. Like, oh, here's my list. Yes, I've created this narrative behind the list. If everything's a story, it can take away from the game of it. Sometimes.
Now that's the
You know what I
interesting
mean?
point, because that brings us to another little point that I have rolling around in my head a lot of the times, especially with something like Guild Ball or any or any other game like that. You know, season 1, blah blah blah. Season 2, you start to kill characters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not being funny. I know you need to sell miniatures and stuff, but once they've died, in my view, I don't think they should still be played unless it's a friendly game amongst friends or stuff.
But then it gives you the option to play the old, like, let's say the Union in Guildball, and you can go, well, this is my old school Union team.
Yes, but we're in season 4. There is no Union team. Done.
But you don't
go on to Order, go on to Church. They're done. They're gone.
But if you don't know, like, that's fine if you know what's coming.
No, what's coming is irrelevant. No one knows what's coming. You can walk out of here and get by a bus.
So if you're playing, I'm trying to think of whoever they are. Not them. Let's say you're playing the Morticians, right? So yes, you've got Scalpel.
Yeah.
Scalpel?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's just there, right? So you can still play Obulus.
Yeah.
Right? And you can play all the other guys. Oh, so maybe you can't play Gas now.
I wouldn't play Gas.
Okay, fine. But you can play everyone else. Whereas someone who comes in playing Union, or Blackheart's dead, and now Rage is dead, hashtag spoilers. Well, you can't play anything now. You can only play Order. Union don't exist at all. Well, hang on a minute. That's not fair. You bought this team season 1.
But they're still going. Unlucky. But you went from the Union team. Yeah. And now, if you're like Order or Church, which is still Union teams, you've got 2 teams
what if you don't
compared to one.
Well, what if you don't want to play those? Well, then you're fucked.
Go find another team.
No.
Hashtag play one team for fun.
I get what you're saying, but I think
it just doesn't. I think this is one thing we're always going to like.
But then that's the other thing, in like, I've got my Super General who I really like, and I've put a lot of narrative in, and I've made a miniature, and I've done all the stuff. Oh, they died in that game. Can't play them again ever.
But now you see, this depends, because it depends on what the game is. If it's something you can then work with, like 40k did it, Warhammer originally did it. Okay, this is your leader. He's your own personal. He's died. There's a table you can roll on to see, is he dead, or did he just take a flesh
wound?
wound?
I've got
or did he?
I spent 20 hours modelling and painting my dude.
Yeah.
Now I've got to repaint him and remodel him because he's got a funny hand.
No, because you
he's at -1 ballistic skill.
Stuff like that's irrelevant because that character is still alive. It's not this bloke is now fucking dead. What's he doing on the pitch?
Which I get, but in a pickup game environment, like it's fine if it's me and you. But in a pickup game environment, when you can go to
I'm not talking about pickup game environments. I'm talking about proper, tournament shit. They should not be allowed. End of story. If you're going to spend all this time writing a background and briefs for each of the players, when they're dead, they're gone.
So Thresher was dead before the narrative even started. So
unlucky.
Shouldn't
have even been a player.
See, no, oops. See,
you never used him anyway. You like Grange.
Oh, that's true.
So what's the problem?
No, but it's from a balance point of view. If you want a balanced game, you have to create a certain amount of.
But
evenness,
I completely understand that. But
fairness.
if you're going to kill a player in the fluff, and fluff is important to a game, take them away.
Then we should never. Why does anyone play 30k? Horus Heresy.
Because they're stupid.
No, but they're all dead.
They're not all dead.
Well, it doesn't exist because that happened 30.
Yes,
that happened
but
10,000 years ago.
But that's 30k. That's not 40k.
Yeah, but you can play different parts of 30k, and I can bring my list of like after or before the Council of Nicaea, and I can say, well, that's this list and that's this list, and I can play that list because that exists, and I've put a lot of narrative effort into that.
Well done. You have completely missed the fucking point there, haven't you?
No, I don't think I have.
You have.
No, I don't.
You
think I have.
fucking have.
But that's.
I can see your point, and I can see both sides of the story. Well, I've spent all this money on this army. What do you mean I can't use it?
Yeah,
but
pissed right off.
Well,
not just because it's not just money; it's time.
But then backgrounds. Don't write the backgrounds then. If you don't.
But then, if no one dies and nothing moves forward, then the narrative
you can move stuff forward, and you can move stuff forward without killing people. Coronation Street have done it for 30 odd fucking years.
Yeah, there's only. I'm really worried about Coronation Street because when you think about it, like if you came across, if you were living in one street and you'd married 4 of them and had kids with 4 other of them, and like 8 of them were your dad, but they weren't, but they might have been, but 7 of them weren't, and you don't really. There's a lot of. I'm surprised there's not more inbreeding in soaps.
That's the same with EastEnders, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
everyone's miserable and they all live in this one little square. Well, can't we just fucking firebomb it and be done with it? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But no, it's an interesting point. Where do you guys stand on that kind of thing?
And I totally agree with what you're saying in
I
principle.
completely understand what you're saying as well. It's all
a
wrong.
hard...
Yeah, but it is. That's why.
That's why it's interesting.
Yeah, because it's fucked. I can understand why companies have to do that sort of thing. But if you're writing a background for something and you kill something, surely it shouldn't be there. That's my own thought.
I wonder if we could arrive at a place where there
Bury.
is... We could arrive in Bury. I wonder if we could arrive at a place where there are effectively narrative lists in a game. So in the narrative, the story moves forward and things happen over a period of time. Let's say 10 years, right? So let's say this is the start of the game.
What, a quick match-up game,
Oh, not even that. So let's say you've got 10 years of story, right? I mean, of story. So it doesn't have to be over the space of 10 actual human years, right? So you could have a year 0 list, or you could have a year 5 list, which is different because some people have died and some other people have come in. But if you're playing that year 1 list, you can't have the people who aren't in yet. And then you could have a year 10 list.
How hard is that to work out?
And then you could have people who have come in, but you couldn't have these people who have died. And so any of those is valid.
He kind of gets it.
Any of those is valid, but they all have to balance out with each other. So like the year 0 list might be totally different from the year 10 list. And you can't use a bunch of those in this or a bunch of those in that.
Yeah,
but at least
exactly.
it's narratively consistent.
Same with Guild Ball. You know, season 1.
Any game, yeah.
Anyone that dies in season 1, unless you're playing someone else is playing season 1, you can't use that player. And at the end of the day, it's only one fucking player.
I think in Guild Ball, because Guild Ball is such a competitive, really sports ball environment.
But it has a definitive background.
No, I know, but I mean, in something like 40k, you could take one guy out and put a new guy in, whereas Guild Ball is designed around like a 12-player team or whatever else. I get what you're saying.
Ghast is dead, right? I love Ghast.
But
He's
you
dead.
still use Ghast.
Only against you, because I know you hate him, and that's a
hate
friendly
him so
game.
much. He's a
But
fucking cunt. I hate Ghast.
yeah, see, and that's the thing. Season 4's been released. He's dead. They're still doing. Anyway, enough of that, because I'm going to get fucked. He's eating a stick. So
let us know what you think in the comments down below about narrative and versus balance versus
it's because
lists.
we're storytellers. And that's what we are. We're storytellers and entertainers more than gamers.
I'm a boob shoot.
Beep, ba, 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 boop.
Yeah, no.
And of course, there's so that anyway. That's enough of that rubbish. So we've Dystopian Wars, awesome.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that, weren't we?
Such a good game.
It feels right, and that was, we were talking about feeling in a game. I think. Pardon me.
Feelings.
Yeah, I liked the way it felt.
That's what she said.
I'm really interested to see how things move forward with the beta test. If you haven't played it or don't know about it, go and check out the Dystopian Wars website. Should be
all there.
It's all there. Stuff. It's all free to download in the beta for the moment.
It's really good as well. Really, really good.
I like it, and I mean, coming from narratively, I like Wild West Exodus, and I really like the world that the dystopian age that now Wild West Exodus become part of, and I'm really looking forward to. I mean, I know that
immersing ourselves in it.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm kind of thinking probably too far forward, but I'm really looking forward to. We know that.
Careful what you say.
No. We know that. We know about Armoured Clash, and I love the idea that I can take a couple of, like a Wild West Exodus Union versus, I don't know, Enlightened, say, because they're both factions that exist in both settings.
Yep.
As far as I know, they're the only two factions that exist in both settings.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
But I love the idea that I can play Dystopian Wars as a sea battle, and then
a land battle,
trying to get to,
and then drop it down to the
land battle, and then take an objective via a
That's the thing we've always wanted to do with our games.
Yeah.
40k almost had it. We almost wanted to be able to do the Battlefleet Gothic stuff, and then shrink that down to like smaller stuff, and then get down on the planet's side, and then do that, and then do
and I think GW
I would waste a weekend.
Oh, I love
doing
that. Yeah.
Boss.
I really think that
the wife probably wouldn't like it, but you know.
I think that GW have missed a trick because they had Kill Team now. They've got 40k already, and they recently brought what's the big robots? Adeptus Titanicus.
But does it make you?
Effort.
But does it make you think that what with October coming and Speed Freaks being released, does it make you think that maybe down the line we are going to start seeing Battlefleet Gothic come back? Because just think how good that would be nowadays with their fucking the way their plastics are made. Oh my good gosh!
I mean, like, I hope they do for people who want that. But
and Epic is it screams.
I kind of wish they
done.
just did it all the time. Like, why bring it in, have it about for about like 6 months, and then never support it, and then like people in another couple of 3 years, and then they go, "Oh, look at what we're doing now." It's 5 years later.
It's all about that.
I get it, but it's like it's a pain in the arse. Like if there was a long-term kind of thing where they were supporting it and it was a thing continually,
we'd know where we could budget, we could work ourselves out.
You could budget, and you could time-wise, and you could like, oh, cool, everyone's playing Kill Team. Yeah, but everyone was playing Commander 6 months ago, and 6 months before that, they're playing Shadow War. I really like Kill Team, and I hope they keep supporting it because I think it's a really good game.
In a weird way, I like it more than Necromunda.
Yeah, because you can play what you want rather than having to play your.
You can do pickup games. Oh, right, 100 credits go.
A little bit down on the table, yeah. And again, you can do that kind of thing where it's 40k, but you're doing the little mission.
It's scratch. It does what we want it to do. We are 40k players. Well, we were.
Oh, yeah, originally.
Back in the day when we were young and loaves were made of bread, and you had to ride uphill on bike
Aye.
to harvest music.
Where's me whippet?
Like, where's me whippet? Well, he's over there. I'd fucking whippet. But now, I'll have.
I can't even remember how it goes now. Yeah. Flat caps for days.
That's how fucking awesome I am. I can remember shit like that. So, all right, you two, no running around. Not in here.
I'm walking away. Where's my battle hammer whippet?
What?
No running around with cameras and stuff going on.
Whip it to the whip it to the
Get them out! Get out! Kill them! Murder them!
Whippets. We were talking about whippets, weren't we?
Aye. And now we're not. So,
back in day, 40k and fucking Warhammer and shit like that.
we have no idea what we're talking about.
No, but it's a good point. Like, as part of even going back to Age of Sigmar, we've played it. It's fun. I like it. But I miss the old world still, and I miss the connectivity of that.
It's interesting that the way that they've just released, Warhammer Roleplay 4th Edition, and it's still in the old world.
Yeah.
And like every computer game
Every
that's
computer
released
game's
is
coming out in the old world. Vermintide, Chaos Bane is a new one that's just come out the other day.
Shut up!
Or was released. Or,
You grotty shit pig.
and I miss that connectivity that you had with the old world, with Warhammer Roleplay, Mordheim, and all the other stuff. And I think it's the same sort of thing with 40k. You've got what's the Battlefleet Gothic and Necromunda and all the other stuff. And it's like I want that connectivity, but GW kind of they're missing a trick. They feel like I feel like they're not like Space Hulk. That's great and that's cool. We'll release it once for Christmas every couple of years. Like, hang on a minute. Why?
But now that's going to get that's release it again, and the floor plans will off the shelf.
Yeah. And I wonder. I mean, obviously there must be a financial reason that they don't, because otherwise they just wouldn't they? Like, if you can print money, you'll print money. So they must not be doing it for a reason.
Biscuits!
And I wonder if the reason is
biscuits!
Because
off you fucking go! Go get some biscuits!
Because Games Workshop is such like a monolith of a company that they need you can't just make a thing and hope that it will earn you, I don't know, 50 grand.
A ninja jump!
Everything needs to earn you like £1 million, otherwise it's not even worth doing because of the amount of, production time.
Yeah. Interesting.
And I hope that one thing I'm really looking forward to with Warcradle was putting me forward, and they do these linked kind of environment with the dystopian age, and that's something I'm getting really excited about.
So while we're talking about Wexodars,
There's
two things.
Two things.
One, the dogs are barking like idiots. One is, where are you next weekend, Parky? Here for beers?
Oh, no, I stay there.
You'll stay
I'm
where?
going to be in London. I'm going to be in Alexandria Palace.
That's in Russia.
No, Alexandria Palace.
Oh.
Which is...
Why are you in London without me?
Because you didn't want to go.
I didn't want to go. The wife said she had a birthday, which I think is a lie. I can't remember her birthday, so I think she's making I think she's lying.
That's not the correct thing to say. So yeah, Tabletop Gaming Live in Alexandria Palace, 29th, the weekend of the 29th of September.
Be there.
Be there or be somewhere else.
Because it's a
There's the
Wexodars tournament.
UK Masters.
And
I'm going to be playing in it, and I'm going to be losing hard.
it's just the whole gaming
It's
convention
the whole
thing as well,
gaming
isn't
convention,
it?
bunch of stuff. There's going to be a lot of gaming
Goodness.
Gaming goodness. I'm actually looking forward to seeing a lot of stuff there. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing. Hopefully, I'll remember to go and see Fenris Games, who do a lot of terrain and resin pieces
Yes,
for terrain.
Fenris Games.
And a lot of other people, but that's just a thing that pops
Just
in my head,
remember
'cause
when
they
you
do a
go,
lot
just to
of,
pimp who we are, so we get
Cthulhu
stuff.
and stuff. They do a lot of Cthulhu terrain, which I'm looking forward to seeing. Hope they've got it. Bumping into folk playing in the UK Masters tournament.
You mean losing?
Losing at the UK Masters tournament.
Try not to, eh?
I will lose.
Try not to.
I will lose.
Find out what the last prize is. If it's a really good one, then you can have it because you're going to lose anyway.
Wow.
But no, we went through today playing the game.
And I won. I mean, it only took us 9 days, and I won.
Hour and a half it's meant to take.
Yeah, but
So yeah,
you wouldn't be mugging. I wouldn't be normally be mugging off to the camera. So
Yeah,
if you're going to be there,
you
give
would.
me a shout. I'll be wearing orange and looking like a twat. So give us a hug. 'cause I
also, if you like...
good music. That's a song.
Shut up. If you like the look of... Where's the fucking in button? Oh, good lord. Get your grubby face out of... Fuck off, you bellend! If you like the look of this, which... Let's face it, where's the fucking camera? This is a sexy little thing, isn't it?
Made out of
I'm gonna call it Jane.
Oh yeah.
It's a sexy little silver thing full of bling and holes. Oh hello. Yeah. My wife's just given me that look. So where can we? What's this, Parky?
It looks like an RJ1027 canister.
What's an
generator.
RJ1027?
It's a thing for
generator?
Wild West Exodus.
Ah,
So it's not copyright.
it's not
a thing,
official.
but it's a thing that looks like a thing that could be a thing.
But how could you get hold of one?
Well, if
How
you
could
went
you get hold of one for nothing?
for free,
For free?
for no money,
Yes.
Well-
How could you get hold of one of
you could enter a tournament
these?
known as the Gunfight at the Folk Hall on Saturday, November the 3rd at York Garrison Wargaming Club. Oh, look at me.
You're
Really
shit.
fucking shit. So if you want to be at York on Saturday the 3rd of November, the Thember of the November.
Gunfight at the Folk Hall! You can get one of these in your goodie bag.
Yeah, 1,200 points tournament. Play some Wild West Exodus.
Yes, play some Wild West Exodus, get some shares. What's wrong with you people?
You can find out more about it if you look it up on the internet, because the internet's a thing.
Dice you using, you silly woman.
Dice,
Oh, they're not our dice, are they?
Yeah.
No, they're our Battle dice.
Sorry, just had a message from someone who's using the
That's
Battle
Helen.
and rolling badly. Oh, there's us cunts.
Yeah, they come. Right, so let's get on to
Mumbling.
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 Keep those mumbles mumbling. Keep those mumbles mumbling.
We haven't even started yet. Fucking
Oh, I know.
half an hour in, we haven't even fucking
Exactly.
wet our proverbial whistle. So, there's Amy's...
Just that Helen has a great little photo right in the middle of filming a mumble that made me giggle. What do these dice do? Absolutely fuck all. They're shit. cost us a fortune, and they roll numbers between 1 to 6.
One a battle hammer.
One with a battle hammer, and they're mostly shit. Especially when I'm using them.
Here's an interesting thing about dice.
Are they square? Yes.
So, casino dice specifically. So, if you roll your normal dice that you have with the pips in, right? You roll the dice,
yeah,
and they will be random. However, the 6 has more holes drilled in it, so the 1 is slightly heavier. So you're, 0.0%
yes,
more likely to roll the
yes.
6. However, one thing about casino dice is that the pips are filled in with a substance that is the same specific gravity as the dice is made of. So therefore it's a exact cube. Right? Because yes, it's got pips that are filled with paint or whatever, but it's the same material that the dice is made from. So therefore it's an exact cube rather than being...
Who is this cunt?
So it's less random.
Your friend.
Or more
He ain't
random,
my fucking
rather.
friend, he's rapping
And also,
and I have no idea.
If you were to play craps, right, when you've got the backboard where you roll the dice against, they are designed in such a way with pointy rubber spikes that when it bounces back, it's more likely to be random. Every day is a school day. Anyway,
I have literally no idea.
I'm sure the people at home know what I'm talking about because they pay attention to me.
Questions! Hit me with those rhythm sticks.
Oh,
Hit
with my
me.
rhythm stick.
Hit me.
Wow, my hair's got long, isn't it? I didn't realise until I see an old picture of me with short hair. Like a fucking hippie. I was watching a thing with someone with long hair and they were floofing it about. I was like, fuck, I couldn't have long hair anymore. Well, fucking, that's a hassle, isn't it?
There's a reason for that. You're bald, you twat.
Hello!
Yes, I like being bald.
Where's AD? Mumble question.
Where is he?
He's there.
Oh.
What list is Parker taking to the Gunslinger tourney next week? Will he be bringing back goodies for straw? Answer the second question first. No. Answer the first question next. I'll bring you a goodie.
My wife won't let me go because she says it's her birthday and I think she's lying.
Do you want Graham? Do you want Tim Brooke Taylor or do you want Bill Oddie?
I'll have all of them.
The goodies.
Goody,
yum.
yum. We are.
What list am I taking? I am taking a combined list.
It's dirty.
It's not dirty.
Really?
No. Well, I mean, just because I beat you, don't make it dirty. Saturday spoilers. There'll be a thing coming up with the video. I'll put a link in the top corner. Will this go up before the...
I'm fucked if I know. Probably,
Put
if
this
it's
one up
quicker.
first, and then that can go up first, and then I'll put a link up into that.
Oh, why does this have to be fucking facing... Why can't it do facey McFace thing from the other way round so I can see... I could do some live shiz as we're doing this shiz, but it's all shiz-like.
Okay, so I'm playing a third man list. I will be... Oh, sorry, a
Third man.
absolute power list with third man, Megan Wild, Garrett Norden, Creature,
Boo.
and a unit Hex Beast with a second posse of
Rudeness.
Earl Shepherd, Brutus, and Kodiak, because for some it's four. It's a beast. Waft.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's a super competitive list, but there's a lot of fortune in there, and it was fun to play.
It might be interesting if you...
If I don't balls the whole fucking...
Janie, can you just try to... yeah?
So thanks for asking, Wes.
Hello? Can
That's
you just
what
try
I'll be
to
playing.
prop that so it's got us on the... Hello? On the thing? Are we on the thing? Are we on it?
I don't know. So Wayne Wilkinson has a question.
What you want to say?
Great to see Parker had fun at Gen Con.
Are we on the picture?
And that Straw did miss him, even though you
Yes,
guys
there.
give each other abuse in a loving brotherly way.
No,
It's
there.
nice to see Straw
Rotate
showing
your
his
device.
love for Parker. Ah, he hates me really, and I hate him.
The fuck? It's not
At
working.
the end
I
of the
don't know
last
how
Mumble,
to do live
when Parker was singing a song,
Fuck
all
you.
his voice reminded me of was the song "I'm Coming Out" by Diana Ross.
I'm coming up.
Do do.
I want the world to know.
Yeah, I agree. It is a catchy song. I like a bit of disco.
Oh, just stop, you stupid! I don't like this.
So it probably was, actually. It probably was. I'm coming
videoing us, but not. Steve Pollock says hi, Jane.
Oh God, there's people watching you, watching us, watching you.
I know. I was just trying to get it onto us now, but it means I've got to turn my camera around because the thingy doesn't do the reverse thingy of GIFness. I'm trying to be live.
Question for the next Mumble again from Wes 80. Hello, Wes 80. Will either of you guys be at the Tabletop Live convention in London in September? Yes, we will. I will. We just talked about it. He won't. Say hello. Give us a hug, because hugs are good.
I won't be there because you all smell of wee.
That's true, but only because I don't wash my pants. Paulos01
Paulos
says another marvellous moist making mumble, guys.
We have that.
I like your alliteration with the M's. Looking forward to the Kill Team content. Yes, we're going to be doing Rogue Trader soon, starting this Monday. Starting with the.
Gotcha, but I can't read what's happening now. There's just.
Right, starting with the.
What's the point of trying to do something
campaign.
live? Shut up!
Kill Team.
I'm talking. What's the point of trying to do something live through your thingy, but you've got to have it reversed round so the camera's pointing at you and it's getting you, but you can't see what shit people are saying.
And now they're all calling us cunts.
Another
marvellous.
I wouldn't know. I can't see them. 3 comments and I can't see them. So thank you 3 people. I don't know who the fuck you are. I can't see what's going on. Carry on.
So yeah, we're going to be doing the Kill Team
Sorry, what's going
Rogue
on?
Trader stuff, which we're looking forward to playing. Which I think there's 4 matches in the book. So
Well, the Rogue Trader.
yeah, looking
4.
forward to that. Looking forward to seeing how that goes. I played against the Galapox Infected once, and they were good fun to play against. Hashtag because I won. Oh, did a fire at straw. Straw gave me a beer. ABC Warriors in the Vulcan War would be Wizzo.
Wizzo? Did you actually say Wizzo?
Well, only because it's written down. Thanks, Jane. You're amazing. I
Wizzo.
love your face.
Fucking leave my wife's face out.
Because we were talking about Strong Young Dogs being the game that's come out
Nah,
recently.
just does not work for me!
I love 2000 AD. Yeah, something like ABC Warriors would be a good game. I agree. ABC Warriors in the Vulcan War would be awesome. Because that's the recent. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, that's been good. And I would also like to play something like. Ooh.
No one cares. Too long thinking. End of. Move on.
Shut up.
Too long.
Yeah,
I'd really like to.
There's loads of 2000 AD stuff you could do. Loads.
That bloke with a sword, axe, blokey with a little midget.
Oh, Slain, that'd be good.
No, I meant Judge Dredd.
Oh, wonk. ABC Warriors. Who am I thinking of? Rogue. I'd like to see.
Rogue Trooper would be awesome.
I'd like to see Rogue Trooper in a board game.
There was
like
one.
a big Risk style board game
Where
you're playing Vulgans versus
the Naughts feed a Safs.
Yeah, Naughts versus
Naughts
Vulgans.
Safs.
So Naughts versus Southers, and then you'd have the Rogue Troopers like a random dude just wandering around murdering shit.
That would be cool.
Right, and you're playing effectively Risk, but it's space Risk or whatever.
On New Earth.
But you've got the Rogue Trooper, and you've got to fucking try and move him over to your opponent, whilst trying to also win the battle. But he's so powerful on his own that he does all this stuff. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, good idea.
Something like that.
See, we're awesome at ideas.
I mean, obviously it's purely a 2-player game. A lot of people aren't a big fan of 2-player games these days, but you know, I think that'd be really cool. I'd like to play something.
I like the idea. Good idea. Next.
Have you ever thought about writing your own game in a setting you love?
Oh, that's a good one. Who said that?
Paulos01.
Paulos01. I prefer Paulos00. He's nice.
You go the original Paulos.
I prefer the original Paulos.
000.
This 01 bloke's a
See, I like
bit of
Paulos02 because he's new and improved. We're just messing with you.
No, we're not. Are we clever enough to come up with our own game? Probably. Have we got the inclination and the effort and the willpower to come up with our own game? No. Could we come up with our own game that's clever, intelligent, if we could let other people write it for us? Yes.
Funnily enough,
However, let's speak about if we had an idea, Parker. What would that idea be? Next part copyrighted. Next part copyrighted. Next part copyrighted. Go.
So
Copyrighted.
we were talking about a game where it would be set in the dystopian age, so the Wild West Exodus / dystopian
Well, that's the copyright. We're fucked, mate. We can't do it. Can't mention it. Shush.
universe.
Why's my phone making noises? Is that me?
That sounds like me. That's me.
I've no idea what's going on. My phone's making noises. Shut up.
So I would personally, a game in the Wild West Exodus universe that I would like to see would be a. That's you.
Stop it. I don't know what's going on. My phone's making noises.
Where you play peers of the enlightened who are trying to boost yourselves up to become lords or ladies of the enlightened. So it would be a board game. It would be heavy on the worker placement, heavy on the resource management. Wouldn't be a miniatures game at all. And you would be like controlling.
Not uber combat either. I think
Not
it'd be kind
a
of
huge amount of combat. There'd be your victory points would be effectively like reputation,
Yeah.
something like that. And you would be controlling RJ 1027. You'd be controlling Sturginium. You'd be controlling like galvanic, whatever stuff.
I think it's an awesome idea.
And then it'd be partially engine building-y, so you're trying to invent a thing that would allow you to invent another thing that would allow you to invent another thing that would give you reputation points.
So when we're doing the inventions, would that give us cards from the invention deck? Then we'd need, okay, this is a so-and-so invention. I'd need a couple of points from Galvanic, a couple of them that to get that done, and then...
I like the random idea from a gameplay perspective, but somehow narratively, you know what you want to invent. You know what your end point is. So you might create a thing that would give you...
Well, your end point is just getting the points to get you to appear, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
a lord, sorry.
Yeah, but you might have, say, the ability to create a...
Yeah, if I can invent Uber Cyber Legs, that might give me a point of reputation, blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
So, to make the Cyber Legs, though, I can't...
You'd need
I can't suddenly come up with, right, I need to do... I need a card to say...
You might
Cyber
need
Legs,
a strong Sturginium thing.
and Galvanic
And
bits.
Galvanic to
And if
because
I can
that's
and
cyberware.
if I can complete all of the bits on that, I then get
you
that
get
card.
the
It
whole
goes,
thing, and that would become an invention that you created, and
Oh.
then other people couldn't invent it because you
Because
invented it first.
patent-
So you'd get like, oh well, I get now 5.
or if someone else makes it, they're on less VP because you've already created it.
But it's easy for them to create because you invented
But
it first.
because of patent, they've then got to give you some...
So you might have 5 to start with. They might get 3, but give you 1.
Look at us!
So then they get 3, which is good for them, but they give you 1, which is bad for them.
Look at that. Just
Yeah,
sitting here,
totally.
we've created an entire game. Stuart, you know where we are, mate. Just
And you could maybe have different aspects of like how are these things useful. So you could have like industrial things, which maybe are slow and steady. Like maybe you don't get as much for the invention,
but
but
they're going to
everyone's
constantly
useful.
give you some
Or
kind
you can
of...
have a war thing, which is really good when war's happening. Maybe you could roll. I mean, not roll, but you maybe
There
draw a
might be.
card and say like war's happening.
War
so
happens.
if you create war stuff now, bam, 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 you can sell all your guns. But next term, when there's no war, oh well, I can't sell all my guns to anyone.
What do I do now? Well,
What do I
you
do now?
stockpile them and
Or
hope
maybe
there's a
you could-
war.
Yeah, and hope there's a war. So,
Or you force a war.
or you force a war, but then that costs you X. And I mean, there's lots of random things you can do with it. And one of the things
When can we start work on that?
I know, right? One of the things I really like. You wouldn't even need a board like a world. You just have a board of a because you don't need to think about the world as a global sense.
No, you wouldn't. You just
You
need...
just think of like supply lines. You know, so you
Yeah.
don't really have to think about supplying things to places. You just create stuff. And
Oh,
then
and now
people buy it.
now if you're really thinking long term, right,
Mm-hmm.
this is how crazy we can think. So, right, the first rule, the first board game, blah, 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 for that, blah, 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 it's America.
Oh yeah, and you could then
And
do
then, oh, tell you what, next expansion is going to be Europe.
yeah,
And
could
then you
t-
bring in new resources and...
yeah, you could totally do a like a what's the game, the train game.
It's a train game. Hornby. Railway Rivals? No, that's an original.
I haven't played it.
Railway
It's a board game.
Tycoons? That's not.
No,
Railway
but that train game that everyone
things with
plays.
brains.
Ticket
to Ride!
Ticket to Ride, that one. So they do different maps, but it's the same game but on different maps. So you could do the same game on different maps. Well, you can do it as a global thing. And one little thing I would like to put in it, just as a personal thing, is all of the factions would be the same, but you could have like double-sided faction boards. So you could have like a lord and lady, or male slash female. And they
Simple
could
as
wear a
that.
orange dress, and this person could wear a yellow dress, and this person wear a blue dress, or whatever.
Simple as that.
Suit,
just same card,
just to give a certain
it's
amount of
one-sided.
bonus.
Flip it. Bloke, woman, job done. I love the idea. That's
I don't know how you would do it. I mean, I've got no game creating experience.
No, I'm pretty sure that Stuart's probably going to be in touch with us
He's
after
probably already
watching
thought
this.
about it and not mentioned it, but I think it'd be a really good idea.
Fuck off! You've got enough going on. Come on, throw someone else a bone here. Bone. But no.
And actually,
no, we haven't thought about writing our own game.
One thing bouncing on from that is I know that a lot of people are talking about the game Brass, Lancashire.
Now, what's the problem with that game?
It's about being in Lancashire and making stuff out of brass. Like a lot of these fucking... It's even James laughing at our boredness. Like, I like
Where's
that.
the fighting?
There is no... How many bedsteads can you make in half an hour?
2?
That's slightly less than my friend who could make 2.3.
Am I going to get shot
he
now?
Gets more victory points. There's no shooting. There's just being less good at stuff.
Do I get a pasty?
I'm sure no, because that's Yorkshire. You get a hot pot.
Oh, I like a good hot pot, me.
But yeah, I think a lot of these Euro
Fucking
games.
hell,
I like
Christ.
I like the mechanisms in a lot of Euro games, but I just don't like. Hey, you
Background.
have to build a fucking.
Get out!
Cathedral.
Oh, he's nicked your snot rag. He'll have that.
You know, I want to build a cathedral. Okay, that's great. Like, is it a cathedral full of orcs that will murder their enemies? It's just.
Hold on, my God doesn't want a cathedral. My God wants your faces on spikes.
No, because there's only one god, and we all have to believe in the same god in cathedrals.
Yes, you're right. It's corn.
No,
It's corn.
No, it's not.
It's corn.
Oh, dull.
No, because it's Grandpa Noggle and he has boobies.
But no, we've never thought of that, have we?
No, and I'm sure one could do a game pretty much the same as the game we were just talking about, and be like, oh, okay, so it's not the peers of the enlightened; it's genuine inventors in 18th century Venice. But like,
you only invented peanut butter.
but like, no one cares, right? You want to create things that are raw, and that's the whole point of playing games. Otherwise
Exactly.
there was a documentary about Queen Victoria, not Victoria, the other Victoria.
Oh, Lady V.
The other famous Victoria. And the dude talking was just like, well, she wrote in her diary that she likes blah, and blah happened, and then she went to she didn't go to the shops because she didn't go to shops because she's the queen, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is a hugely interesting piece of history in the world.
But that is...
But you've made it sound as boring as you possibly can. Which is why I then get into games where, like, explosions! Because everyone likes explosions and robots! Robots explosions!
I have no idea what you're talking about. Next question.
Oh, I'm just saying.
But no, we have never thought about doing our own game. We could do if we had the opportunity, but
We're both shit at stuff.
I like background stuff for characters more than actually coming up with rule sets and stuff. Me and him ain't designed for rule sets. We're designed for... Yeah, where the hell's the table one? We're just designed for coming up with shit, and we're good at it.
Yeah,
Very good at
shit.
it, in fact.
I come up with shit all the time, and then it poop it out.
Oh, that's just...
Ahoy!
Oi!
I found this mumble quite distressing. That's just me. Sat next to
Who
you.
is this?
Ian Briggs. Briggsy! I'm
Right,
going to call you
Briggsy.
from now.
Briggsy,
You know,
Briggsy.
You cannot Yeah. I tune in for... Pardon me, excuse me. For you and quality-sensitive views and opinions, some of which I share.
Oh
But
dear.
Sea Straw, muted and restrained, was unnerving. And I hope this does not carry on. Opinions are opinions. They are yours. Do not be quelled by keyboard warriors. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. Have you ever thought of giving Bushido a go? Fuck you and your Bushido. No.
Okay, hold on. Let me just defend my honour.
You have
Okay.
no honour. Back at thee.
Ah! Okay, Mr. Briggsy. The reason I was a little bit reined in last time is the wife was sitting on one side. She doesn't like me getting my blood pressure levels up too high.
That is true.
But no, it's a complete lie. Bless up. No. The problem with it is I had an issue with
some stuff.
Some miniatures, right? I'm going to mention names and everything like that because this is what we do. You're right. You are completely right. When we say what we want to say, that's what we do. Mm-hmm. We are independent gamer, reviewer, entertainers. So we can technically say whatever we fucking want about a game. No one can do anything about it. However, okay, the problem I have is with Steamforged.
Fuck you, YouTube. Oh, wait a minute.
Fuck no.
Oh,
and it's not an issue with Steamforged because I know the guys do a lot of hard work and I like and love a lot of them. But the quality of the miniatures for the last box set that came out, which was the Falconers, was to be brutally honest, fucking piss poor. Okay, now the sculpts were great, so well done Russ and your team, great sculpts. But the quality of them were fucking shocking. When you subcontract your stuff out to another company in another country, you can't keep a track of it all the time. And when you get boxes that turn up like that, with 6 miniatures in, and people are paying like 35, 45 quid for them, and the detail is fucking non-existent, you should be fucking ashamed of yourselves, guys. And I know you've gone, no, fine, that's fine, yep, we've made a mistake, send the figures back and stuff like that, we'll help sort it out. You think I've got time to fucking send that box of figures back to you? I don't. Okay?
But at least they're trying.
Well, they are trying. They're very trying.
Nothing.
But no, that was my only issue from
sideways at the dog.
He's all right. That's my only issue from last time. It's not a dig at Steamforged. It's not a dig at the sculptors or anything like that. It was purely what the fuck people are paying for this. People should not have to pay for this piss poor product.
It is hard because I tickle the balls. No, because it is hard because you want. I care about people. Sometimes things happen and it might not necessarily be the thing you want it to be. So what do you then say fuck you, you're all
But for example, us guys, you know, we don't have a very, very fluid or income to spend. So when we spend the money on
not you, dog.
When you spend that money on that box set and it's fucking horrible, well, what are you meant to do? You know, I make it go viral. You're all shit. That's not what I want to do. I just want to say, in my own personal opinion, this isn't Parker's view on it. It was just I thought.
haven't got them, so I don't know.
They're there, mate.
No, but I mean, I don't. I think if I owned them, I'd feel more strongly about it.
It was, you know, they came from like, okay, another minor team to play. Maybe this will get me back into Guild Ball.
I used to like you.
Let me open this up and crack it. Oh my god, these are plastic blobs.
I like you, but don't bite me.
And Jane, can you please take this dog away from biting Parker?
It's not Jane's fault.
It's her fucking dog. So yeah, that's why I was a bit humble. Bushido.
No, if you shake that, you'll hear the noise and then you'll think it's a spray ball.
I think you're swearing at me.
Bushido, fucking shit. Fucking crap. Oh.
I don't know. Maybe played it a few times, couldn't get into it.
Hard work. I found it. Yeah. I love the small board and stuff like that. I love the miniatures. The miniatures are beautiful.
Oh, gorgeous.
But I just found it a little bit. Story-wise, it's probably a really good game to tell a story with.
Yeah.
But I found it a little bit clunky.
So one thing, and again thinking about it, looking back on it, I wonder if start again. In any miniatures game, you have a certain amount of factions. We tend to call them factions or armies or groups or whatever. Teams, whatever you call them, right? So you tend to have a certain amount of lists or different sides of the army. And I think that the Cult of Ure, which is the faction that I got into,
the undead ones.
Yeah,
you managed to pick the hardest ones to play.
Yeah, and I noticed. I was playing a board game the other day, and we were playing with a guy who wasn't really a board game guy, and he was playing the most complicated kind of thing.
Was this your Tuesday night group,
Tuesday night group. And I kind of feel like in a board game, it doesn't matter because they just switch it up and play a different faction. Like if you're playing, I don't know.
Yeah. But in a miniatures game, if you've invested into an army,
Yeah, and that happens to be the complicated army or the finesse army or whatever you want to call it,
aren't you?
but you don't know what it is before you get there.
Well,
Do you know
learn
what I
what
mean?
it is before you buy it.
But how do you learn if you haven't bought it and spent the point?
But you can
Spent
still
money?
play the game without spending the money on the things. Proxium, paper dolls, shoes,
Yeah,
anything.
but people don't. Like we don't.
I think you'll find we don't need to.
We are cunts.
Well, yes,
But
we
it's
are.
here's the thing. I think you might have a bad taste in your mouth from 1 or 2 games, and then suddenly you then
One or
don't
two
play that
men.
game anymore. And I think that if someone had a demo of Bushido up, and they knew those 2 teams are like ideally suited to play against each other, and they're both neither of them are too complicated to play with, and I might give it a second look. But at the moment, I haven't had any great experiences with it.
When the living fuck are you going to have time to play Bushido on top of everything else? You're not.
No, I know. I'm just
Next
saying.
question. For the love
I'm
of
just-
God.
God.
Hates us. That's why he gave us willies.
There we go. Mark Barraclough.
Who?
Mark Barraclough.
This is a new one. Hello,
Hi,
Mark.
hi.
How are you?
Just been watching and looking at Firefly Adventures,
Oh.
and you pull it out of your.
What?
Never mind. Are you
Oh!
planning on doing any playthroughs? Would be great to hear your take on the game. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
No.
I want to play it.
I don't.
I do.
I don't.
Why?
I don't want to play because you want to play it.
Oh, you've just been a cunt.
Yep.
I want to play it. I am looking forward to playing it.
I like the idea of the heroic and cautious mechanic. I like that idea. I think it needs a bit more to the game. However, yes, you will
We should
see
play it.
We will. You'll see it on this channel about 2020. Once we've played all the other stuff that you bastards keep wanting us to play. For God, do you realise there's just 2 of us here? Two
No, I
of
do want
us!
to play it. Kev bought it, so we have to play it.
Oh, Kev bought it. Yeah, we'll play it. Coming soon to a channel near you. Just not about... Oh, it will be about Hammer.
I think the miniatures are good. I love the box.
The box
with
is
all of
clever.
the stuff in it and like the little. Oh,
I must put up the unboxing we did of that because that's a very clever boxing
So
system.
without going to the unboxing, you the
Go
box.
to you go to the unboxing end of move on.
Right. Okay. Gotta find the thing then.
Leave your face alone, your shit.
Weird West says Gasland videos? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
What's
Question mark?
Gaslands?
Question mark?
I don't know what
Love
Gaslands is. What's Gaslands?
I like Gaslands. We will be playing some more at some point soon.
Nope.
Straw's just grumpy.
Nope. Don't fucking take my pictures and not use them.
Well, he didn't
Yes,
know we were
you,
gonna be shit.
Hutchinson.
He didn't know
you
you were gonna be
dirty
shit, did he?
slag. What?
Hello. Mellow Shade says, not included in his report, Parker suggests the local ladies. Winky face. Don't forget our grits.
Oh, okay. So
This
was when Parker went to Gen Con.
Gen Con. If you like Gen,
Tired
you
of
like
hearing this
Toms.
story. So how were the ladies at Gen Con, Parker? Did you get any action?
No.
Okay, did you get any boy action?
No.
Did you get any action? Not anal action.
I nearly did a poop.
No.
No, I didn't. 'cause
Okay, so what's grits then? So obviously no action in that sense. Grits. What's grits?
I was expecting grits to be yum yum, and they were not.
Hold on. My wife is just sitting over there. I just need to ask a question. Grits didn't
Ed Balls tried them on his
Ed
program
Balls.
and he didn't like them either.
He didn't like him either. So why didn't you like it? It looked like sick,
little
didn't
bit,
it?
little bit baby sicky. Little bit baby sicky. It's like a cornmeal porridge thing that I was not as much of a fan as I was hoping to be.
What are you meant to do with it? You meant to like dunk your wang in it, or
Eat
what?
it.
What with?
So
Chips to dunk in
So
it.
cornmeal in the, especially in the southern states, is significantly larger.
So it's
than
just
it is
like
over here.
unflavoured porridge.
Essentially, yes. The idea is that you then flavour it. But I mean, I got IHOP grits, so that's probably not like proper grits. It's probably like fast food equivalent of grits. I don't know what.
This is why I don't go to America, because you people cannot eat proper food. What's wrong with you? For the love of God,
I would
serving
try them
baby
again
sick
if
to
I was
people.
at a place that was, you know,
Serving baby sick.
not IHOP. I mean, IHOP was good.
What's an IHOP?
I think-
IHOP. Ba ba ba.
International
IHOP.
House
Ba,
of
ba, ba.
Pancakes. I don't know what's international about it.
It's in America, so I have no idea. I don't go anywhere. I'm scared to. That's why I don't go to all these big tournaments or these big events. I'm going to just say it. I'm just going to get it out there. You know, Parker will go to these things because I'm forcing him. I won't because I get scared. I am not comfortable with people and with all our gaming fans and stuff. I'm just going to be overwhelmed and forced to have sex with someone. I just can't do that. I can't do that. I've got my wife and I've got Parker. I've got my wife and Parker. I don't need to have sex with a third person.
true.
I just cannot be doing it. No. Next question. Wow.
Mr. J Zilla 101 asks or says two things. Ooh, a big yellow die. Oh, it's orange on it too. So big yellow
Jamie,
dice.
can you just throw me that great big square thing up there, darling? That orange and thingy dice. Who's this? Jay
Mr.
Zilla.
J Zilla.
Who's don't we know who that person is? Right.
Big yellow dice.
It's that.
It's a big yellow and orange dice. And also, sad face, and son of Parker, I've been air horning at work all week. God damn it. If you like air horns and you like being annoyed, you'll love me.
The phrase you're thinking of is cunt.
No, I stay here.
No, I stay here.
Last question I've got is from the Gollum
Yeah,
the Gollum DK.
There must be more questions because other people have just been putting stuff on from last time. Alright, go on then. What you got?
Not putting you in Facebook.
I don't fucking know. What you
Did
got?
you guys drop the SLA game?
Oh, well,
I
it kind of dropped itself. It's all. I'm not going to go into the long-winded thing about it, but it's liquidation, taken over, blah blah blah. We have no idea what the hell is going on.
no.
I know that all the work that Brad, the guys, and that we did on the rules is now like, here it all is.
Well, I mean,
We don't
won't but we won't know how much or little is there until it comes out.
Well, you'd like to think they might have talked to the people that help design it and write the rules, but I have no idea. We really have no idea where that's going.
No.
And I think that's all I'm going to say on that. Actually,
Okay.
don't get me wrong. I love the people that were involved in it. I love the game. Yes, things went wrong. Is there someone we can point a finger of blame to? No, because it's life. It happens.
Yeah,
We don't know.
I think
We do not know.
We've been not spoiled, but I think that Kickstarter is a thing that now, the way it tends to be used now, it tends to be used by large companies. Let's say, Cool Mini or not, we've got a game coming out, Kickstart it, blam, and then it goes and it happens because they already have the logistics.
And the
stuff
problem
in
is
place.
surely a big company like Cool Mini should not be using Kickstarter
Yeah.
to fund another one of their games. They've already got billions of fucking pounds and
Yeah.
dollars to do that shiz.
And I think that people forget that Kickstarter is a risky thing. You don't
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
know how
Yeah, it
much
is.
money you
You have
might
no
need,
idea.
especially if you're if you're a smaller company and you go, well, I've made this plan and this is how things are going to work. Oh, and actually, it turns out that this guy's going to charge me twice as much, and I didn't know. I mean, I don't know exactly what happened. I'm just saying that there's a lot more risk involved in Kickstarter than people remember. Like, people think, oh, Kickstarter's fine because Cool Mini or not did
Everyone does
whatever,
Kickstarter.
and it's like, oh, you got £1 million from it. Yeah, great, but not everyone does get £1 million from
Well,
it and
it's-
can immediately just make things happen.
Well, you could say Dark Souls.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know because
Huge
I don't.
amount of money. Look how long it's taken to get the stuff
Well, I
through.
don't know. I don't know anything about it. So
It's a funny
tricky thing.
It's a funny world to get into, isn't it?
yeah,
The whole Kickstarter
and I
thing.
can totally see it as a positive thing. I think it's helped the gaming community, but there are also things that don't work or people that lose out. On both sides. Do you know what I mean? No one wants to.
There's a third side. There's the people that put money into.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. There's the people who put the money in, and there's the people who are creating the thing, and they both lose out.
Yeah, of course,
because something happens.
Yeah, we lost out.
You know, horizontally or whatever, and it is a shame. It's.
So, Jens Mortensen, you grubby bugger, you. Yes, you. You know who you are. It's been mentioned lots.
It's going about thing.
Yeah, there's this one little mission. So, when can we expect the showdown with Daz from War Cradle?
Ooh.
As soon as Daz grows a pair of balls and wants to come to the battle cave.
That's one way of putting it. Yeah, hopefully soon. I'd like to. I mean, I might.
I need some. I've got some burgers that need flipping.
Oh, bastard! I would like
you can
to
turn
play...
up, make my dinner. I can just play games.
No.
No. We'd love Daz to come up and play games.
Really nice guy. We were chatting to him.
Lovely guy.
Really nice guy.
Really nice guy. Sickeningly nice and talented. Bastard.
Hopefully, I'll get to. I don't know if he's playing in the tournament at. I know some.
Oh, I think he is.
I know one or two of the War Cradle guys are playing in the tournament.
I think I've seen his list.
Oh, is it horrible?
It's fucking so horrible.
Is it?
It's.
What faction is it?
I have no idea. I have no idea, mate.
It's so good you can't remember.
So good, I cannot remember.
I pulled the thingy off.
It's fucking horrible.
I pulled the end off.
The end's meant to come off.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, it's. But no, we're waiting for Daz to say.
You're not wearing that shirt.
No, I'm not.
Where's that from?
That's from last time.
How?
This is the last Mumble. I'm going back to see if there's any questions you've missed because you're at Bell End.
I didn't. I was ordered.
Well, there's been some new ones since, apparently, but I think most of these people are lying to us. No. But I do know that Blokey was around last week. Jake Shannon said, "Now you've played Kill Team once. Will you be doing? Will you be playing more Kill Team? And if so, what factions?"
I would like to play more Kill Team. I enjoyed that.
I will be playing more Kill Team. We've got them all, including some that aren't actually available because I'm going to be using my dwarves.
Specifically, what will we be using? I've got 3 factions. Four. 4 factions. I mean, that you're actually going to use.
Oh Christ! Well.
You can't just say orcs because I've got a bunch of orcs.
No, because it's all you're doing is like Death Guard and Demons. I'm thinking, right, it's time for the old Grey Knights to come out, polish them off. Death Watch, just been painted. Space Wolves, already done. Harlequins, been done.
Yeah, but I mean actual ones that you'll use.
All of them. Necrons, just come out of a box ready to paint.
So I will
everything.
I will be using
Gene Sealers. I've got them as well.
Gene Sealer cults because they come in the original box, the original Kill Team box, and I've wanted to play Gene Sealer cults for forever, one way or another. Back since like limousines and fucking Chaos Gene Sealer cults and shit like that.
Got to get the old Goliath vehicle-y thing, haven't we?
And now I've got my little cult that I like. They're good. So I'm picking up actually from Chris.
Wildstorm Games. Wildstorm.
Picking up the Tyrannid box, which is just like
dealers.
I'm okay with that.
It'd
be nice to play.
Yeah, great. 8 dealers, not a problem with that. Oh yeah, more bloody crates and shit to put together and spray paint. Damn it.
And also Death Guard, because Death Guard, and the Galapox. Infected because that's the new dudes in the box. So that's 4-ish factions. I mean, it's 2 factions twice. So 4 factions. What do you actually play?
I'm going to play.
What direction you actually want to play?
Space Wolves.
Space Wolves.
Death Guard.
Death Guard.
Death Watch. I'm thinking Galapox.
You Solidians.
I'm thinking Death Guard. No.
I'm thinking you're being a douche.
I'm being a douche. Yeah, so Death Watch.
Douches.
Space Marines. Space Wolves, more importantly.
Space Marines.
Space Wolves.
Codex, Space Marines.
I want to do the.
Because there's
Void
no extra Space
Star.
Marines, so technically they're just normal Space Marines. So technically they're Ultramarines, is what you're saying.
Don't make me punch you in the cunt. I will happily snatch punch you.
Lick my balls, lick my balls,
My balls, not your balls. We are definitely not Bell of Lost Souls or Beasts of War, are we?
No, we are not. So Space Wolves.
Space Wolves, Death Watch, and hello.
Anything without a 3-up save?
Oh, look at him poking his fucking head in. Hello. Oh, licky lick. Oh, good lord.
Anything without a 3-up save?
That dog's gonna need bloody.
Anything that's not Super Space Marine
It's alright, it's
save.
been rabies
Ridiculous.
shots.
Has it?
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna
got
fucking
rabies.
need to be. And possibly, I'd like to have a little go with the Dark Eldar actually. The Dracarthi or whatever they fuck. No, the Dark Eldar, mate. And I'm thinking for my dwarves squats, I'm going to use the Imperial Guard Scions. Is it Scions?
Oh yeah, the Scions.
Scions, is it? Using them because it kind of fits with the kind of feel and look of them.
Because otherwise it is just...
Because I've got this whole story where this one ship just suddenly appears out of warp. And just like... And all of a sudden she's like, what the fuck? And they all like go onto it and it's like... All of a sudden they go down this little dark corridor so it's all cleared! Section 3, clear! And also it's... Dum, dum, dum. It's little space dwarfs stomping out. I'm like, oh, yeah, in my own face!
You could pick up the Forge World squat for Necromunda. Use that as your commander.
Yeah!
Or a dude.
But I'm not going to because I've got enough squads. But then have that with the Space Hulk floor plans and the Necromunda floor plans, all the walls. And I've realised what we could do with the kill team boards that have got the walls, as in the Starship and the use the old
Spaceship.
that
Thing that you can't remember.
the thing I can't remember, the bulkheads, so you can see the walls.
Oh yeah.
Original Necromunda. Thank you very much. I'm here all week.
Okay. That's about it, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure we are fucking done. That the wife's sitting there. She's now like skeletal, corpse-like. There's fucking cobwebs all over her. Pretty sure she's not breathing, and that's just marrying me.
No.
No, I stay here.
So, if you've got questions that you want answered in your next monthly Mumble, you can put them in the comments down below. If you've just got things to talk about,
Put them in the comments down below.
You can put them in the comments down below. If you're like, hey, we're fucking full of bullshit,
Comments down below.
put it there. Put it there.
Put it there.
Right.
Yeah. And of course, if you don't want to just ask a question, Helen Namathea, that's not your real fucking name, is it? You silly sod. Tara said, will you? No. Asked, would we be doing any more Wexers videos? No.
Yes. We played one today. It's not even up yet.
We're not doing.
Depending on your time, because of timey-wimey.
We're not doing all Wexers. We're done with that, aren't we?
Whatever. Trevor. Fuck you.
Yes, we will be doing more Wexers.
You were going to talk about Patreon link.
Sunshine on a rainy day.
So, if you want to help us out, and you think that we deserve a pint, if you would buy us a pint in real life,
if you would like to shoot us in the head,
you could go and find our link in the corner and go to our Patreon.
Is it about there?
It's about there. And you can go, hey, I'd buy them a pint of alcoholic
Just
beverages.
the one? My God, you tight bastards! Do you know how much it takes to get me and Parker drunk?
Many pints. We're not proud of it. It's just
We're not proud of it.
we're numb to existence now.
It just makes our lives even just slightly bearable than
Why
shit.
is that?
More importantly, right, so Patreon, if you want to do Patreon, it's up there. You go there, you can donate as much as $1, which will get you access to all of our videos. $5, which you can then go around and say, I'm a Battlehammer Booze Hound. Or up to $1 million.
$1 million.
Which means Parker never ever have to work again. Not that he'll ever work again anyway.
As long as you make sure you donate it every month, because if you donate for 1 month and then we spend it all,
You cunts.
and then you stop
You
donating,
tight bastards.
That'd be really annoying. Like, oh, I'm just hookers and drugs. Oh, what? We don't get another month. Oh. Well.
Also talking about money stuff. So that's there, right? The Amazon wish list, where you can go onto that and see what crap we really would like, is in the crotch box. Okay.
If you like crotch.
And you like boxes, you'll like
Love.
Crotch Box, the game for all the family. That's not on our Amazon wish list, funny enough.
No.
More importantly, before we get to the bit that you're all waiting for, there's another bit. It's with hand on heart. I have to say at this point that the Battle Cave is for sale. If you, yes you, want to put your hand in your pocket, reach out, and buy the Battle Cave and get a free house,
I've got my hand in my pocket.
all you've got to say is hello and contact us, because the Battle Cave
Hello.
is for sale.
It's a me all looking for. No.
No. We are selling the Battle Cave. Oh, and the house that comes with it. Just in case. Well, I can buy the Battle Cave. Well, yeah, but you get the whole house. So it's like £40,000, 144, 177. Oh god,
160.
for 160 English 160.
1,000.
Oh, 160. She's fucking opening. She's the Battle Cave.
£1 billion.
We'll get you the Battle Cave and the house it's tied to.
Down the dog.
And the dogs. You can have the fucking.
Not the dogs.
And maybe the dogs.
But no, the Battle Cave is being sold. We are moving to bigger, beautiful, better premises.
Better?
Yep, we're going from the Battle Cave to the Battle.
Further away from humankind.
That's the general plan.
Oh, that's better.
We're going from the Battle Cave to the Battle Hammer Studios. Look at us looking cool. That means we're going to have more rooms than one.
Our studio's
But they'll be
plural.
smaller. So
They'll be smaller, but there'll be more of them.
Hey, Jane said she wanted smaller. She didn't even know to ask.
Hey. So, more
And that's why they
importantly,
call you Mushroom Dick.
right, 45 minutes before Strictly. So, more importantly, boys and girls, thank you very much for joining us. Until next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like it, want to subscribe, you don't like it, don't want to subscribe, you don't like to subscribe, you like it, you like to subscribe, until next time, stay out of it.